Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Shape Your Truth podcast, where we're going to explore today some strategies and insight to help you unlock your full potential and achieve success in every aspect of your life. But on this show, we talk about weight loss, self realization, and self development. I'm Kamika Baylor, Dr.KamikaBaylo, and I'm your host. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to bust down how to be successful. How do you get success? Let's break this on down. To get what's yours in life, you need to be patient and fall back a little. And then peep what's going on. Peep the game. What's happening. Pick the players. And then hustle. Hustle the situation. Hustle those players to your advantage. That is what we're talking about today. That is how you are successful in any area of your life. Okay? So the first thing we are going to jump into after our introduction, we're riding solo today. So we're going to talk about understanding what that being patient and fall back piece is about. And for that, we got to understand a little bit about not enjoying everything in the moment. I say deferred satisfaction. And you like sometimes in this society we're so used to getting everything instantly that we're not willing to wait for anything, and that has rolled over not just for food and entertainment and things. It has been indoctrinated into every area of our lives, including our health, including how we deal in relationships with people, and how we do with our kids and things like that, how we operate on the job. Everything is so instant and doesn't allow things to grow into the full potential or to see what could come out of this if we waited a little bit. And that's deferred satisfaction. That doesn't mean no satisfaction. That means it's coming, but we're going to let it build up a little bit to see how far this thing can go. We can hold off. We don't have to have it right now. We don't have to have. We can wait till we get home. Have you ever like gone to the burger place or going to McDonald's or Burger King, any of those places? It's fast food, trying to get it fast, and you can't even wait till you get home to eat the food. So you're rushing to eat. You in the car. You probably ate all half the meal in the car, and then you get in the house and you don't have any food. Everybody that you were they're eating now, and you already ate, so you don't get to enjoy with them. So yeah, you got satisfied with that food, but you don't have the same fellowship with the people that you brought the food back to. You ate yours all up in the car, so you could have had twice the enjoyment of eating that food, which I don't think you should tie your enjoyment to food, but you could have had that enjoyment of eating that food and enjoying the company of the people you were bringing it back to. Even if you were bringing it back to yourself, you can have a better dinner, better lunch, better whatever. If you sit down, it's easier on your body. You're not as stressed. You digest better and everything if you waited a little bit. But a lot of times we can't wait. We can't wait for nothing because we're so used to wanting what we need right now. So no, if we take what comes right now, I need mine right now. I can't wait a little bit. And that's why we can't be successful. That's why we can't be wealthy. That's why we can't be healthy, because we want to do what we want to do right now. And you can say, oh yeah, I'm living that YOLO life. Yeah, well, live the YOLO life, but don't complain. Don't complain when you can't go on a trip. Don't complain when you can't afford new braces for the kid. Don't complain when you get passed over at work, because you had to have the right now thing. Okay, you had to have it right now. You couldn't wait a little bit and see what this goes into and see how you can make this a better situation for yourself. You couldn't get there. You had to have it right now. So that is the point of the first satisfaction, or being patient and falling back to see what you gotta be patient and fall back. They gave you yours. Don't spend it right away. Like my parents gave us our allowance. I didn't spend mine. Like I would save it. My little brother and my sister would go to the donut truck right away with the money. I was not interested in donuts. I'm gonna save mine till we can go to get some real food. And what I thought of real food was McDonald's. So they would have it right away. They go get a donut off the donut truck. I never wanted one of those donuts, even though I was the fat one. I was waiting for the real food. So when I got my money together, I had more money than they had when we go to McDonald's because I didn't spend mine. And I could get whatever I want to get at McDonald's because I waited a little bit to see if there was some better options out there for me. And they always were. Okay. They couldn't wait to go to the ice cream truck or something. Different ones come around in the neighborhood and I will wait. Oh, wait, I don't want that right now. I don't want that. And then here comes the mango man. And my sister, you got the mango. You have the money for the mango. Yes, because I didn't spend my money on donuts and ice cream. I wanted the fancy mango with all he chopped it up in different designs, and it was just like a little art show right there. He's chopping up, making different designs in it for us. He puts all the stuff on it, and gives it to us and smiling, and we're all smiling. And I'm happy because I didn't waste my money on the quick fix right then. I have something I can enjoy for the whole day. Really, it was a giant mangoes. He sliced them up real good, and it would cost more, yeah, but I saved for it. I sacrificed for it so that I can have a better thing in the end. So that's just one example of what I'm talking about. A little, just anecdotal. But that's the first step to do it, to being successful, is relax. Relax. Let's see how we can grow this a little bit before we just go all out and buy everything or spend everything. Let's see what's our option. Let's see what our options are first. Wait a minute, okay? And then the second thing I was going to talk about was seizing the opportunity. Uh, you know, we sometimes this can be positive and negative. Sometimes this could be positive and negative. Sometimes we don't see opportunities at all because we haven't trained ourselves to be alert or watching for certain things. Now, I don't think this applies to people in every area, but I'm sure there's an area in everybody's life where they are not having complete success. And this could be applied to that. This can be applied to weight loss. This can be applied to self-realization and self-development. There are different areas of your life where you're not 100% because nobody is. You may have your weight down, you may have your health going good, but you don't have good relationships with other people. So, and these can apply to each of those things and anything you want to be successful in, weight loss and business, raising your children, having a good relation with your children, growing a ministry, being a good brother or sister. All of these can be applied to that. Whatever goal it is that you have, you can apply these principles. So we oftentimes don't recognize opportunities as they come to us. We haven't done the mental exercise to make us aware, and we stay in like a little comfort zone area, or we want to do what's safe for us, what we feel is safe, no risk, and we scared of failure. We scared of what people are going to say, what people are going to think. And that's a lot of times where you miss out on a lot of things, sitting by the wayside, sitting on the sideline, and not taking time to do that thing. It could be anything that you didn't take the time to wait to see if it was a good opportunity for you, or to see how that it can make an advantage on what you have going on, or even if the opportunity was to just grow you emotionally, what, because you had to help somebody else. You sometimes don't see the opportunity, or you turn your nose up at the opportunity. And this has to do with mindset. And how you can do that is very easy because you sometimes don't value yourself. So when the opportunity comes, you tell yourself that you can't do it or you're not worthy. And that opportunity that you had will pass you by. Or you look at the opportunity and you will feel good about yourself, which is wonderful, but you think some opportunities are beneath you or you're above that. And that could have been the very opportunity to change the trajectory of your entire life. But we don't do the mental work or the exercise our brain and our ability to zone in on what is an opportunity and take it when it comes. So we are lazy in that area, and we need to work out. We're kind of out of shape in that area of recognizing our opportunities, being certain of the opportunity, and doing it. Deciding that this is what I'm going to do, and that's it. We'll work out the logistics after that. So there is a after you do that, you can't really spot opportunity. So you're not peeping game on what's going on. You're like green to what's going on. You can't see the opportunity. So you can't see the players, and you can't see your potential tool that you have. You can't see your get out of jail free card, or you refusing it. So you can't play the game with the players. Okay, so you won't be able to negotiate terms for yourself. You won't be able to have a bargaining chip because you left that opportunity behind. You let it pass by. So the next part would be to learn how to learn how to bargain, learn how to get what's yours, learn how to leverage yourself and leverage your things around you to get what's yours. It's sometimes a little give and take, and we don't know how to do that sometimes. We want to stand 10 toes down on something and miss the opportunity, or let that relationship of give and take be thrown apart, thrown to the side, or we missed the whole setup. It was in our hand. We had it. We had the keys. It's ours. And then somebody came and bumped you right off the board because we didn't have the bargaining chips to be successful at the game. So good idea would be to get better at leveraging what you have and leveraging all your abilities and leveraging what you know to get what you want. You can do that in school. You can do that in a lot of areas. I've done this in school a lot. No, I may not be. I was not always the smart. I was not the smartest kid in school by any means, but I could leverage what I could do to get help from the other kids that they needed from me. I leveraged stuff they couldn't do that I did well, and I got like study buddies all the time because they want something I could do for them. And what could I do for them? I could cook for them. So you want fried chicken? Well, growing up, like I've had fried chicken a lot, but I'm going to school with people who rarely have had fried chicken in their life because it's just not that cultural thing. I'm like, you want fried chicken? Then okay, we study at this time, and we're studying together. And with that, we're learning off of each other, and then they're pouring into me different techniques of how to study that I didn't get when I was growing up. So I had to barter what I had. They wanted a meal, a real meal, and they didn't know how to cook it that way. So I would make a whole soul food feast for them, and that was one of my bargaining chips, or I had some other ones who were new to the country, and they were be ashamed sometimes of telling someone their own culture about an illness or something that they need help with. And I didn't. This was not a good. It was not a. I was bargaining to be slick or anything. This one was just straightforward. Uh, I'm going to help anyway, but me doing that for this person, me being there for kidney dialysis secret, like nobody else knew but me. He would only tell me these things, and I was the one to help him. I would pick him up, do all that kind of stuff, and he always stayed with me to study more when I had to stay in the library to stay. And this was not like any kind of romantic or any kind of situation like that. It was total me helping somebody who needed help and was ashamed to ask somebody else in his group or his culture to ask. I was the only person in my class that was from American African descent of of slaves in the class. So he gravitated toward me. I'm not sure why, but I had a caring spirit. I guess I've been used to caring for people, used to caring for my grandparents, used to caring for my brothers and sisters. So a lot of times I found myself be a caregiver for some of my classmates in school. And what did they do? They helped me study. You know what I mean? So that was the bargaining chip I had. I had something they wanted that they couldn't have, and their at far distance, theirs may have seemed more valuable, right? But what I did for them was it had no limit, and they never forget it to this day. They never forget it. So my thing didn't look as shiny as as what they had to offer, but what I had was deeper than that, and it has um, made lifelong friends and people who really have respected me and value me as a friend because of how I treated them during that time. So that was a bargaining chip I had. But y'all know y'all got some stuff out there that you example you have of how you bargain, how you finesse somebody. Like I have a aunt, I have a couple of aunts, right? One on my dad's side and one on my mom's side. I'm telling you, they got the hustle down pat. They know how to negotiate anything. And the biggest part of that negotiation skill is that they don't have no fear of no fear at all. I'm like, you guys should have been in sales, really. Both of my aunts, one of my dad's sisters, one of my mom's sisters. And I'm telling you, my aunt has helped raise money for people who like had no insurance, no money, with all of these things like that without they died with nothing unexpectedly, and she has been able to raise money or raise funding for the mortuary, get access to things in all of these areas and cemetery plots and all kinds of stuff, like the hook up, but legitly, like she just had that bargaining, she had that game, you know what I mean? So people can't say no. I don't know how they do. I don't know how she does it, but they cannot say no. And without a car wash, without a dinner sale or any of that to raise money for the person that passed away, she's done this multiple times, and it always amazed me of how I'm like, why do people give you their money? Because she have all the confidence in the world when she's going before them. She's learned the situation. She peeped game what was going on. She saw the players, and then she played the game strategically. She learned how to negotiate or you know use what she has to get what she wants. And then my other aunt, I tell her she could sell anything too. Like any fundraiser we have in church, anything like that. The kids have a candy bar sale, any kind of thing where you have to get people to buy into something that they necessarily might not want to do, or you want to help with the feed the homeless. Some stuff people don't want to do. It's not always every day you want to do those kind of charitable things. She has a way of making people feel obligated to do these things after she has a conversation with them. Like, okay, I'm like, I have no volunteers for this program to help me with this thing. Oh, you don't? And then she'll go and get on the phone or go person to person or have a little conversation. And by the end of that, you have 10, 12 people ready to help you with whatever's going on. And they weren't coming to volunteer before. But she is able to use the situation and use what she knows, and not in a way that's bad, but just in a way to leverage and get what she wants done. And it's a good thing that needs to be done. But that is success. That she was successful. She made the program successful because she was able to do that skill. And I always say to myself, I wish they could apply this to every area of their life. I wish I could apply with how I was with school in every area of my life, but I wasn't. Because we don't value success and certain things in the same way. And that could be cultural, or that could be just how your family dynamics were. That could be something that happened to you, or traumatic events. But we don't value we don't try to get success in every area. We don't try. Some areas we just, that's the gray area, or that's the area we leave alone. Like, even to that point with my aunt. My aunt can do all of that, and she's good at getting things done and handling the business. Matter of fact, both of them. But she smoked all my life, and she couldn't stop smoking. She couldn't stop smoking. She can convince she can have this complete control and complete domination over this area of her life where she needs to get uh, something done, is going to get done. But she didn't put that same perseverance or same resilience and all of those words that's the gray area that people don't like to hear either. Couldn't use those things to, or she didn't feel like she could. She didn't see herself getting over that obstacle. She made that obstacle a problem instead of seeing that obstacle as something that she can overcome and be better on the other side. She didn't want to see the happiness on the other side from our being patient and falling back and seeing what's there, seeing how we can flip this over to the other side. Uh, how much it would have been for her health to stop smoking. You know what I mean? So, and our other same thing. She told me all the time, not smoking. She don't smoke or nothing like that. But she didn't have a weight problem when she was growing up, but she developed one now, and then she had the bouts of not wanting to do nothing about it, and like we all do. And now she's wanting to do something about it, but you see, it had to get to a point where she's just very uncomfortable for her to be able to even think about disciplining herself to move a certain way or eat a certain way. But she can drive an army of on a mission field if she wanted to. You know what I mean? She can get an army of people to go on a mission. And but she did not can't control or doesn't have success over that area in her life. Which, if she applied those same principles of how she can negotiate, how she can see the game, how can she see the board out, laid out, and know the players and know what she needs to do on that? If she applied that to her weight, or her, even any other area, if she applied that to that, I was like, these women could be absolutely anything in the world. And I believe that. So this has been something I've been looking into for myself, as, because I've been doing since Corona happened, since COVID happened, and all of that, and being sick from that, and just things about my job, and just, you know, stuff you didn't think would be a way, and it is. Your life changes, and I realized that I had success with my job and my in school, but I wasn't really being that much successful in anything else. Those were the top priorities, and those were the only things I was going after, dogmatic, and nobody's going to stop me in um, leveraging everything I have to achieve. But I can't say the only thing, not really to the full extent or with the same vigor as that. Those two, the work and the school. But my weight loss, yeah, I decided I'm going to do that, and I did, and that was bittersweet. That's the one I'm most proud of. But those are the only things. Like, I need to have some success in some other areas. I need to be more. I give a little piece to this area, a little piece to that area. But what if I focused on that thing and put all my time into it and went after it, like I went after school, or like I went after work, or I went after this weight loss? How much fuller my life would be, instead of just allowing for instant gratification for that area. And mine was like spending and yeah, shopping, spending, that kind of thing. And I'm disciplining myself now. But what if I was disciplined before, not to spend the money on something that I really didn't need, and doing something else with that money, doing something that could make more money for me and my family, or doing something that would help somebody else. But wasn't disciplined in my life, and so in that area of my life. So I'm trying to get that under discipline. And others, I'm sure you have other ones too. A lot of times we are embarrassed to admit it, but the only way you're going to be able to get over something is if you're truthful with yourself and then decide that you're going to make a change and work toward it. So you got to integrate these principles into your daily life, like I'm saying, if you want to be successful. You got to be patient. You got to delay that fun, delay that satisfaction, delay that good time. Be patient and wait and see what's happening. And then, like I said before, you got to be patient. And then what else do we got to peep the game, see what's happening, see the players, see what we got to do, see the situation, get that strategy down, establish what the guidelines, the framework, all of that. You're getting together so you can make your plan of attack. And then once you have your plan and you have your tools and you have all of that ready to go, you use what you got to get more, or you use what you have to get something else you want. You sacrifice a little bit to give the other person who has what you want something, and you get something, and then you have the benefit of both things later. That's like I'm saying, uh, strategy, negotiation, hustling, get into the money, get into the weight loss, get into whatever it is, get into the help, getting that mentorship, getting that drawing information from other people. That's also in the same thing. That's the negotiation. I'm around you. I'm doing helping you with work. I have many mentors. I'm helping you with doing whatever you need me to do. But I'm also getting a lot. I'm also drawing from your knowledge. While I'm helping you with these menial things, or going picking up this or that, or reading this or that, or going to this or that lecture because you don't want to go, stuff like that. And I was able to be in the room with all of these scientists and all of these professors and just drawing the information off of them. Uh, in healthcare as well, the same thing. You get them in. I was getting mentors. I was getting preceptors and things like that. I'm drawing. They're getting free work from me, but I'm drawing the knowledge that they have from them. So it's a give and take situation. So we got to integrate these things in our daily life. Look for some ways, some opportunities. Keep your eyes open for opportunities. Don't look down on the opportunity, and don't have fear over it. Don't look at obstacle or goals as something that's negative. Change your mind about how you think of it. Think about what it's going to be like on the other side of that, and then yeah, apply them to your daily life and you see where it go. And then and don't just say it in the air. I'm gonna apply this to my life. You gotta sit down and make a plan. Okay, you gotta have some goals of how you're gonna do that. After you peep game, you gotta make a plan of attack. So, and it gotta be actual, measurable things that you can, you know, things that you can see progress in, that are not as like up in the air, that you can actually see some kind of growth. And then you got to be consistent with that stuff. You can't just let it be one time thing or a month thing. You got to challenge yourself and set deadlines and how long this is going to be. Give it a timeline, give it a date, give it all of that this kind of stuff, and give it a block of section of how much time you're going to spend on that, and be consistent. And remind yourself from time to time. Reflect on with who you are and what you have in you. And you might need to do this periodically. You might gotta motivate yourself. Look into yourself and see the good in you and what you have to offer, and use that. Use that stuff to get what you need in life. And don't forget to find the support or find the people where you are gel with. You need a community. You need support along a journey. Sometimes it can be lonely areas, but you also always have to know where your people are, where you can get the support you need, where you people who think like you, people are on the same path. If you have somebody that's always never can do nothing, they never, it's always a bad thing, everything is in a bad light, or even with weight loss and food, they always want to give you something that you know you don't want to eat. Are they always bringing it, always offering it? Are they always putting down your lifestyle change? Then I wouldn't like associate with that person. Sometimes it's a relative. I can't associate with you if you're going to always put down what I'm talking about. It could be friends. If they don't believe in your vision and it's becoming a problem, and it's hindering your progress, then you got to shake around, you got to move around. Friends and other relationships as well. So, yeah, you got to put yourself in a place where you can draw strength in those times where you may be feeling a little discouraged. How you get over that? Stay around some encouragement and double down on who you know you are. Um, yeah, and just encouraged to build the mindset. Even watching these kind of things or listening to these kind of things is helping you to build on the mindset of being successful. Yeah. And then another thing I wanted to bring up is about being successful is you're going to have to start to learn how to set boundaries, real boundaries, and so that you can be the best you can be at the one thing that you're trying to do. Um, Boundaries are hard for a lot of people because you want to take on everything, you want to help everybody, but when you just taking on all the things, everybody's problems, everybody party, everybody's invite, everybody's help me on this project, stay extra after work, all this, when you do that, you are giving a little pieces of yourself, and you have your pieces everywhere, right? But if you said no to some things and prioritize something more important, you can give all your energy to that thing and it will be the best it can possibly. You'll put all your effort, all your knowledge, everything in on getting that where it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, you won't be able to go have that fun with them over there and be on the jokes or whatever at that party. And you may have missed this event, or you may have having people thinking you have a little attitude at work or you and things like that because you don't want to help, you want to do the extra. But when you get to your home or you get to your family, you're able to give them your full time. When you're doing those other things and over scheduled, when you get with your family, you don't even want to interact with them. You just want to lay down, you want to go to sleep, and they're supposed to be your priority, right? But you're giving them the least amount of you, of the energy of your time. So you're not being completely successful in any of those things because even when you go to the party, you got this to do at home, and you stayed yesterday for that, and they're gonna ask you to stay again, and it's just a lot of things. Then you're not giving your all to anything. You're just giving pieces of yourself. So I would say in areas of your life, you need to dedicate the priority and work on that and put all your effort into that. And you want to have a successful relationship with your kids, your husband, your spouse. You'll have a more successful performance on your job too. If you do your thing that you do well, that they ask you to do that one thing, and you don't try to go get the extra, you do that very well to your best of your ability. Put all that you would do into it. You're gonna have success on the job as well. They're gonna see how well you do something, and you might be that go-to person for that. So those are just things I thought about and things I thought would help. And trying to do this essentialism, I felt like setting boundaries and essentialism kind of go hand in hand for me. Because I am on an essentialism journey where I'm not buying anything right now for a year, and it has taught me the power of saying no to a lot of areas in my life too, like doing what is essentially needed for me to do and things I could do well. Those are the things I'm trying to do. The things I don't do well are just not in realistic for me to be able to do at a good level. I don't do them no more. I don't do it. And I've been doing that, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better mentally, and I feel a lot better physically. And I'm going to see how this goes. I'm keep eliminating any extra things out of my schedule that are not there, so that I can start being around the things that are more, going to the things that are more important to me, and putting my whole time into that. So learning how to say no is still hard. but you just gotta keep working at it. And it's not hard to me in a bad way. It's hard, but I can do it. I'm doing it, and it's going to be getting done. And on the other side of that, I see the freedom. I see the health improvement. I see the wellness in my body. It's self-care to me, and these things are very much important. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, guys. Wrap it up. That was a lot. Ooh, that was a lot. So today, remember, you got to be successful. If you want to be successful, you got to do what you need to do. Decide that you're going to do it. Don't be afraid of it. And even if you are afraid of it, buckle down, make up your mind that you're going to bust this wide open. Okay? And then you're going to wait around and see what you can do and how you can do and how this can be developed into whatever it is in the best way. And then you're going to use those bargaining chips to get exactly what you want. So you can apply this to everything. I'm applying it to weight loss. I applied it to weight loss most successfully in my life. This is the most successful I've been in my life applying these principles. Realizing that I was needed to do something, So I had a surgery. I found out all about the surgery before I had it, though. I found out everything you need to do before I had it. I knew how it worked. I knew how to do all of that. And afterwards, I've leveraged that thing to help other people. And they have helped me. And since certain areas of my life, I've used all of those areas that I've been successful in to help somebody. So it's not just about getting for yourself. It's about who you can help. I'm going to keep on doing these podcasts, and I'm going to keep doing my YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep mentoring my girls. And guys, if you at any point have a plus size girl that needs help and you don't know how, you can reach out to me. I have a godchild who I'm helping right now, and she's doing very well, and I want to help some other girls as well. I want to give what I have as far as all of that to some other girls, and I want to help parents be able to help their child. So if you start seeing anybody out there who may be needing that kind of thing or needing that kind of encouragement, I'm here to mentor those girls. So you can reach out to me at dr.KamikaBaylo on IG and everything. So good day to you. Thank you for tuning in. This is another one of those solo dolos OBB episodes, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope these get better and better for you. And next week we will have a guest. I'm not going to announce it today, but we'll have another guest, and it's going to be very exciting. We have a very, very, very good topic we want to talk about, and you won't just be hearing me in a solo dolo no more, for at least for next week. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in, and we're going to see you next time.